Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, your Lord of Punishment. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
Your Lord of Pennies is here as well. Say hello, Satsu.
Hello, Satsu.
And I am your Lord of Pain, the ranting monkey who has to turn off the sound in the background because I'm listening to myself. I hate when I forget to do that.
I hate that.
You know what else I just realized? I forgot to tweet my own damn stream. How are you guys tonight? Satsu, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. Squishy was off today, which was news to me, but we got to hang out today, and she bribed me into buying her pizza again for like the 10th time, because for some reason can't say no to a pregnant woman who wants pizza. Because I'm like, I'm gonna go to the grocery store and buy some food so I can cook, and she's like, or
we could have pizza.
Yeah, so got her some pizza. She was happy. Watched a little TV with her. Did a little editing and been chilling.
Check Your Logic says, wasn't it auto-tweeted? They don't do that anymore. Scribbles, how was your day?
Lazy. Totally lazy. I did practically nothing except play video games and watch live PD videos. I tried to get up the motivation to find a video or work on a video or something, but it just wasn't there. I don't know. So I decided to be lazy. So there you
go. Point Curation, thank you. What's the deal on the title? I heard what's a turtle? Jesus, mother
turtle
of God. This is why Scribe reads.
See, before the stream, guys, I wasn't Scribe. I was Tribe.
The tribe over there.
I was Tribe. Yeah.
Point Curation, thank you. What's the deal on the title? I heard some stuff happen. We'll get to it. I mean, we've been talking about it for a couple of days. The rhetoric is just getting so garbage. So garbage. I was watching it today, and yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. I had a really good day. Me and Lady Monkey were with Pumpkin all day, and she's so cute. So cute. The only time we actually had any troubles when it was time for her to take a nap, because she obviously needed one. She almost fell asleep, and then she woke up and just started screaming. And Lady Monkey was cuddling her at the time, and Lady Monkey stood up with her, rocked her like for 3 seconds, literally like 3 seconds, and she fell right asleep.
Oh,
like you lost, baby. Go to sleep. But otherwise, yeah, it was a really good day. I wasn't in too much pain, so I actually got to enjoy it. Do we have anything to talk about before we get into the news?
Remember, guys, to update your CBS All Access passes.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, it's amazing entertainment already. I don't even know. We'll talk about that.
Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games. Hit that like button, guys, and share our stuff, because I forget to do it and YouTube doesn't like us. So make sure you do it. I actually don't forget when it's Scribe and Satsu's night. I always forget on my night. I don't know why. I don't like me, apparently.
Yes, or you I don't know. I had a joke there, but disappeared. I think I forgot it.
It's because I have that screen up for quite a while, and when it's you guys, I bring that screen up just to grab the chat out, and I share it when I do that. Yeah.
You answered your own question. You solved your own mystery.
I know, but
you're your very own Jessica Fletcher.
It's more fun to make it sound like I'm a moron,
isn't it? Though it's such a
it is.
Anyway, so,
yeah. Newsies.
Well, it's a potpourri kind of day.
Oh, cool.
So, Monkey, your categories are Cory Booker, writer's strike, intersex kid, bed, bath, and bankrupt, and brain implant.
I already read the one about the intersex kid, so let's get that one out of the way.
Okay.
It's the only story I know, you guys.
Really? The only one you know?
Well, for today, I didn't read a whole lot of actual news. I know Twitter today is what I know.
Yeah, that's true. So this is from CNN, of course. Raising an intersex child. This is your body. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay. Now, that sentiment is absolutely true. So when Stefani Lohman got her first look at her newborn in the delivery room, she playfully hit her husband Eric in the face. No, wait, I made that up. On the arm. I just thought it was funnier if she punched him. Like, you bastard. Look what you made me do. She made a flustered comment about how ultrasounds could get the sex of the child wrong. The doctors in the Ontario hospital were silent. Eric knew that the situation was more serious than a mix-up. Quote, I sort of looked around at that moment and I saw what I would describe as panic on all of the medical staff's faces, Eric said. They had expected their baby, Rosie, to be a girl, but her parents saw what seemed to be a penis. Eric remembered learning when he was getting his doctorate about babies born with genitalia that wasn't typically male or female. He realized right away that Rosie was like those babies. Quote, I wanted the baby to be put on my chest right away because I just had her and I worked really hard for that moment, and they didn't, Stephanie said, recalling that day in 2012. And I was scared. The doctors covered Rosie with a blanket and took her across the room to what seemed like for what seemed like a long time, Eric said. When they returned, they offered what they knew. Rosie had atypical genitalia, and more tests were needed to determine whether she was genetically a girl or a boy, and if she had a serious medical condition. Eric said the doctors told them. That's a very awkward construction there. Quote, it basically went from very celebratory, very exciting to very scary, Eric said. The next few days were filled with extensive tests and examinations until the doctors were finally able to make a diagnosis. Rosie had 2 X chromosomes and so was considered to be a female, but she had salt-wasting congenital adrenal hyperplasia, a severe form of a condition called KAH for short. People with, KAH? Okay, now I can't read. It's CAH. We
would have never known.
I'm having aphasia, apparently. Well, I got to correct myself. People with CAH are missing an enzyme that the adrenal glands need to produce cortisol. Rosie's body is unable to retain enough sodium. Okay. The adrenal glands also produce the initial ingredients of sex hormones, so when the brain gets signals that cortisol levels are low, it demands that the adrenal glands work harder. That leads to a higher production of sex hormone ingredients, which results in an excess of male hormones. Those hormones are what cause the formation of atypical genitalia in fetuses with 2 X chromosomes while they're in utero. Okay. Rosie's condition is classified as a DSD, or differences or disorders of sex development, by many physicians. Some patients and parents of patients, including Eric and Stephanie, dislike this classification. They prefer the term intersex. Well, of course they do. 6 of one thing, half a dozen of the other.
I don't like what the doctors say.
Many conditions under the DSD/intersex umbrella could result in a variety of different physical sex characteristics on individuals, such as an enlarged clitoris or a micropenis. Atypical genitalia does not always occur in patients with CAH, but when it does, doctors sometimes encourage plastic surgery. This is a long article, guys. I thought it was a shorter one, but if Monkey wants to sum it up since he's already read it.
What it goes on to tell us is that the parents have decided to leave her as is, and they encourage gender fluidity. She's a girl. That's how she's decided to express herself. But they encourage her to be gender fluid. And and instead of when she was little getting the dick chopped off the kid, which serves no purpose, it's basically a giant clit thing going on there. Which would have made her, just present as female. No, let her have that and be scarred for life because she'll feel different from everyone around her. Good job.
I'm not quite sure there's a right answer to those situations,
Sure.
I mean, if this was a normal kid and they were pushing the kid to be gender fluid, just sort of arbitrarily, that's a whole different story. But you got a kid here who, it's a birth defect. It's kind of an embarrassing one. It's kind of a confusing one. I don't know. Haven't lived it. Don't know it. I don't know that there's an easy answer to it, but plenty of people have had it happen and they lived just fine. So
yeah, I feel like it's a lot less compassionate though to be like, well, good luck explaining this to everybody who you get intimate with for the rest of your life, instead of if you can do something about it, at the very least, do something about it. Because
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
this isn't like she actually has a penis or testicles. She
Right.
She just has an enlarged thing there that they could have given her plastic surgery. She would have looked like a girl, and which she is. She's a woman, or will be when she grows up.
Mm-hmm.
But mom and dad didn't want to. Remember, they said mom and dad don't like that. They don't like that phrase.
Well,
the medical terminology.
You could also look at it like this: when she grows up to make her own decisions, if she wants to have it done, there you go.
Yep, and it'll be more painful, and she'll get to remember it all compared to when she was little, and it would have never been in her. What if the penis were functional? I wouldn't suggest doing it if the penis were functional.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. On to other things. We have Cory Booker, Writers Guild strike, Bed Bath and Bankrupt, and brain implant.
Let's go with bankruptcy.
I don't know if it's bankruptcy, but Bed Bath and Beyond. I just thought it sounded funnier with 3 Bs. Bed Bath and Beyond to close 40 stores. 40? That doesn't seem like a high number. Don't they have stores all over the place?
I don't know.
Bed Bath & Beyond is struggling, and its turnaround plans include shutting down about 40 locations this year and testing new ideas with lab stores that sell more home decor and food products. Well, food is definitely beyond bed and bath. I'll give you that. Executives said this week that the company's sales are still declining and it lost money last quarter. It expects to shutter more than 40 stores if the company cannot negotiate better lease terms at some locations. But the company also has plans to open 15 new locations. The company has 1,024 stores in the United States, Puerto Rico, Canada, and Mexico. Okay, so it's, I don't know. How many times have I ever shopped at Bed Bath & Beyond? I'm trying to think.
I think I've been in one ever.
No, I take it back. I've been there a couple of times, but it was like looking for like cheap ass Christmas gifts or something for people, you know, or like, or if I think I needed a little fan one time when it was summer, that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know. I thought there was something more interesting to the story. I thought they were going bankrupt. The way the title of the article is not the same as the title of the link they had, so I thought it was something more serious. But
well,
I don't know.
Here's the thing. It's rare for a company to start shrinking like that and recover.
It's true.
Unless they can increase an online presence, what you're going to see is in a couple of years, they'll shrink more and more until the point where they either get bought out or go bankrupt.
Yeah, they're like little mini Sears in a way. But anyway, sorry, I thought that'd be more interesting. We still have Cory Booker, writer's strike, and brain implant.
Let's do brain implant. I'm saving Cory for last, just so you know.
Okay. Well, then
I love my Cory. I want to save best for last.
You're gonna save the best for last. All right. Well, then I know exactly what story we're doing after this one. Doctors use electrical implant to aid brain-damaged woman.
Cool.
I apparently can't read this article because the New York Times is an asshole.
That's true.
Let me see if I can't find an alternate version of this story somewhere else that I don't have to rely on the New York Times. I really wanted to read this story, but the New York Times apparently...
RJ says, I thought Booker was nuts. Booker's Spartacus, yo.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Daily Mail. I can't believe I'm actually saying that, but there you go. Researchers have announced they used an electrical implant to help restore near normal brain functions in a middle-aged woman badly injured in a car accident 18 years ago. Prior to receiving the implant, the unnamed subject would become easily fatigued and had difficulty reading or concentrating for too long. She also had trouble socializing, holding a job, or continuing her education. The team of doctors presented the pilot study at the public Washington, D.C. Brain Sciences Convention on Saturday, highlighting the case of a woman in her early 40s who was a student at the time of her brain trauma. Quote, her life has changed, said Dr. Nicholas Schiff, a member of the study team and a professor of neurology and neuroscience at Weill Cornell Medicine. Quote, she is much less fatigued and she's now reading novels. The next patient might not do as well, but we want to keep going to see what happens. All right, tell us about the actual thing. Let's see. The implant places electrodes in the brain. The electrodes received a current from a pacemaker device implanted in the woman's chest 12 hours a day. Within 3 months of the treatment, the woman scored consistently 15% better than on previous standardized tests of attention, planning, and executive function. Quote, getting a 10% improvement is considered excellent, said Dr. Joseph Ricker of NYU's Rusk Rehabilitation Center to the Times. Quote, and they broke right through it to 15%. Let's see. While the study is merely a test case, potentially millions of individuals with similar types of brain injuries might be able to benefit from it. Monkey, there's hope for you.
Indeed. Well, mine's actually spine, not brain. So, but
No,
I appreciate the thought.
I'm talking about your memory.
Well, again, that's the medicine from the spine, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
We
I appreciate the thought, though.
We need a spinal implant for you.
Maybe they could do a brain implant that just dulled my senses without making me lose my memory.
Actually, what we need to do is we need to give you the Dark Man treatment.
Didn't he
say Monkey be the white cyborg?
Sorry, what Monkey?
Isn't Dark Man the one who was on fire?
Well, no, not set you on fire, but he cut off the sense of the brain that sends pain signals.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't need to be set on fire to have that happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure which treatment we're talking about. Look, guys, that is awesome. All the stuff they're doing with medical science is great these days. Keep going, guys. More of this shit. More.
All right. Well, you want to save Booker for last, so
yes.
This one's from Brian Stelter, the creepy gremlin at CNN. Hollywood writers begin firing their agents over fee dispute.
Yep.
Hollywood's biggest labor battle in a decade is officially underway. The issue, as usually the case, is money. The Writers Guild of America is taking action against the industry's biggest talent agencies. A bevy of writers who are members of the Guild have broken off ties with their agents who usually represent them. The Guild has 15,000 members, so the action could have sweeping consequences. This mass firing of agents has never happened before, so no one quite knows what's going to happen or how long it's going to last. The two sides have been holding contentious negotiations until Friday, when the writers had set a deadline for talent agencies to accept its new quote-unquote code of conduct.
Yeah.
Okay. A few hours before the deadline, the Guild told its members that talks had failed, so it was time to cut ties with the agents. The Association of Talent Agents said Friday night the Writers Guild wants quote-unquote chaos that will quote-unquote hurt all artists. But the Guild said the agents have not adequately addressed, quote, our expressed concerns about packaging fees and other issues. Okay, here is how the Writers Guild frames the issues. Quote, our agents work for us. Every dollar they make must be generated as a percentage of the money we make. This is what it means to be our representatives and our fiduciaries. Agency-based studios and packaging fees make a mockery of that and are in violation of the agency's ethical and legal obligations to writers. Unquote. Packaging fees are lucrative payments that agencies receive for putting together multiple clients, say a writer and a director and an actor, as a package for a TV studio. Okay. The Writers Guild says it wants to, quote, realign agency incentives so they are consistent with, rather than competing with, the interests of writers' clients. Thus, the new code of conduct. One of the Guild's slogans has been clients over conflicts. Screenwriter John August, who wrote films like Charlie's Angels and Big Fish, tweeted, quote, my agent of 20 plus years is a great friend and fighter for my career. I would give him a kidney tomorrow. But this isn't about him or any single agent. Until agencies put clients over conflicts, we can't work together. Simple as that, unquote. So not quite sure I understand, but I'm sure they do.
Yeah, it's basically writers think they're being screwed by the studios and that the agents aren't doing enough to fight for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't, I mean, unfortunately, you kind of need an agent if you want to be taken seriously, but they just take it. They really do just take your money. So.
Oh, okay. So I think I get it. So if I'm an agent and I'm essentially selling a studio, 3 of my clients, a writer, a director, and an actor.
Yes.
And I'm getting a fee for just making it easier for them for hiring, but none of that money is going to the writer, the director, or the actor.
You got it.
Okay. Okay. It took me a second. I was like, what? Okay. Well, there you go. So that's happening. That could affect a whole bunch of productions. That could affect a whole bunch of movies in process right now. It could also lead to some interesting stuff. I remember when the, I think it was the writer's strike or the talent agent strike or something. Anyway, it was when the first season of The Shield was in production. They're doing the pilot. And as a result, none of these Hollywood movie casting people and all that behind the scenes stuff could work on movies, but they could still work for TV, I guess, at the time. And so the Shield pilot got all this Hollywood level talent behind the scenes to make the pilot. And that set things up so well that the entire series had that same quality and treatment throughout, which was like just the biggest boon you could imagine. I don't know if anything like that will happen here, but you never know. Anyway, on to Mr. Booker.
It should be pointed out there are a lot of writers breaking with this strike.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are like, look, I'm very happy with my agent, but I wish you all luck.
Sure.
So we'll see what happens.
Scabs, I tell you.
Scabs.
So Booker at hometown rally, quote, "We can't wait," unquote, "for justice."
Hey, that kind of sounds like the CBS ad.
We'll get to that soon enough. Senator Cory Booker marked the start of a new phase in his campaign for president Saturday with his first major rally, set in the heart of the city where he got his start in politics as a councilman and then mayor. Billed as his hometown kickoff, the event afforded Booker an opportunity to turn a page after a muted start to his bid, in which the New Jersey Democrat has lagged in polling and fundraising behind half a dozen rivals. I still think that there's some wisdom in sort of laying low for a bit until you get to the debates. But I mean, aren't we having our first debate like in June or something?
Fuck, is it that early?
I think it's coming up relatively soon. But anyway, from a stage in Newark's Military Park, Booker imbued his core theme of justice for all with a fresh sense of urgency, invoking Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from a Birmingham jail, written at this time in 1963, and its declaration that, quote, "Justice too long delayed is justice denied," unquote. Quote, "We are here to say we can't wait," Booker said. Okay. Booker also reiterated his commitment to running a positive campaign as President Donald Trump and others seek to, quote, "make us fear each other, dislike each other, and hate each other," unquote. Corey, I think you might have just lost.
Oh, you were right. June. It's
Okay.
coming up here in just a couple of months.
All right. Quote, "Critics will tell us that a campaign powered by grace and love and a deep faith in each other can't beat that," Booker said. "But I say it's the only way we win." I wish that was true, Corey, but it's not.
It's not. That's not how you, especially in a primary, that's not how you win.
Especially in as cutthroat a situation as you'll be in with, as they said, another dozen other Democratic candidates vying to kick you out. The rally kicks off a 2-week national tour for Booker, which will take him next week to Iowa, Georgia, and Nevada. But it is unclear whether it will jumpstart his campaign, which has been slow to gather speed in the 10 weeks since his launch February 1st. In a call with reporters this week, Booker's top campaign officials said they are pleased with how the campaign has played out thus far. Why wouldn't they? And don't believe they need a breakthrough moment at this stage.
Well, he's right.
That's true. It's early. Like I say, it's still early enough that you can have your moment, and it will probably have to be at the debates because that's where anybody's really paying attention to you nationally. Instead, they hope to methodically build up infrastructure and momentum to peak at the right moment. Okay, quote, "We're trying to win the election," Booker's campaign manager, Adisu Demisi, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, told reporters Thursday, "We're not trying to win a news cycle." All right, okay. But winning news cycles doesn't hurt either, as ascendant South Bend Mayor Peter Buttigieg can attest, and Booker's campaign hoped a moment in the spotlight Saturday would help him to stay relevant in the conversation. But if you're biding your time, then I don't know. The format Saturday played to Booker's considerable oratorical talent, which have consistently brought crowds to their feet during his campaign swings through the key early primary states. It was not a perfect show of strength, however, despite Booker's hometown advantage. The crowd, which ultimately numbered between 4,000 and 4,300, according to Newark police, was slow to arrive, and the program was delayed by roughly an hour. Booker tried to drum up excitement for the event on social media and in a series of local media appearances this week, touting the event's, quote, block party atmosphere, unquote, including food trucks and entertainment for children. Well, handing them a smartphone and let him play Candy Crush.
God, I hope he does a barbecue. A neighborhood barbecue would be great.
Oh, there you go. Oh, wait, Monkey, wait. A Booker campaign aide downplaying questions about turnout said the event was, quote, meant to have a vibe of a hometown barbecue.
Yes.
It's not meant to be a traditional rally.
Look, we talked yesterday. There was a story about, why you can't write off Biden.
Yeah.
And his strengths. And so it does not matter right now. All of this stuff only matters to us newsheads, those of us who follow politics more than we probably should.
Mm-hmm.
It does not matter until the debates start, because that's when people are going to start seeing them nationally and looking at, okay, these are the people. So whoever does best on that first debate stage is going to be your leader until the next debate stage. And it'll keep going that way until the primaries actually start.
Yeah, because right now everybody's just operating solo. And until we actually see them go up against some kind of competition, you don't know. Because everybody sounds great when everything's staged for them. Once you have Booker up there yelling across the stage at Bernie Sanders, that's when it's going to get interesting. And we'll see how his love and grace and everything else idea actually holds for the first 10 minutes.
I actually think the most interesting debate, because they have them, it's June, July, and then September, October, November, December, and then April.
Jesus.
Yeah, they have a lot of them scheduled. I think the interesting debate will be the July one, because I think everybody's going to come into the June one thinking like Booker's trying to sound there.
Mm-hmm.
Can't we all just get along and be nice? And somebody's going to pull ahead because they're going to have, like the zing of the night. And then they're off and running.
I bet Kamala's going to get it.
Thank you, Darkshade. Gobbling gargoyles, gobbled, gobbling goblins. Thank you. And I didn't fuck it up, so there.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to defer to Kamala, and Kamala's going to get a dig in, and nobody's going to be brave enough to try to zing back at her without being called a misogynist.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
These first couple rounds are going to be like fucking watching original Yu-Gi-Oh. You've activated my trap card. Like, they're going to be fucking pulling so much shit out of nowhere. It's going to be crazy.
I can't wait for the memes. Did you see some of those animated Republican debate videos that were put out? With Trump like going after Bush and everything. Mm-hmm. I cannot imagine what's going to come out as far as creative memeing and video. Manipulated. What was it called? The phrase they used? It was manipulated video, or
no? It's doctored.
Doctored. Yes, some more doctored videos.
Thank you, Darkshade, who says, A+ monkey, grats. I appreciate it. That was not easy for me. And you know it, bastard.
But anyway, that's all the stories I had pulled up again. Nothing really amazing apparently happening today, so to speak. It's just a bunch of different stuff.
There's some amazing stuff.
Well,
it's all for fucketry time, guys.
Yeah, it's fucketry news. There's all types of gold. But
until then, guys, it is time for MSS News. If there's a story you'd like us to take a look at, and I've actually seen a few, send it over to the Twitter machine at #MSS News. We'll do our best to get to all of them. We can't get to all of them just because Democrats are getting along too much right now. I don't know.
This one comes from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. Men urged to stop injecting their penises with cooking oil to make them bigger.
Yeah.
Doctors in Papua New Guinea have warned men to stop injecting their penises with cooking oil and other substances in an attempt to make them bigger. There have been around 500 cases of men and boys as young as 16 who have had the dangerous procedure done in the last 2 years alone. Many of the men suffer with ulcers in their penis following the injections, which eventually burst open.
Ow.
Around 1/5 of these have had to go under surgery to repair the damage done to the erectile muscles, and some may never be able to have sex again.
Good job trying to make your dick bigger.
Surgeon Akul Dunlop said DIY substances used have also included baby oil, coconut oil, and silicone, all of which can cause damage. He told The Guardian, quote, "The bulk of them have abnormal, lumpy masses growing over the penis and sometimes involving the scrotum. A good number are coming in with ulcers. They eventually burst open. Some of them have difficulty urinating because the foreskin is so swollen it cannot contract. Predominantly, they regret what they have done."
No
Really?
shit.
Yeah.
My dick blew up. I'm pretty sad I did that.
Experts have said they believe a larger amount of the procedures are being done by off-duty male nurses who want to make some extra money. Researchers have begun to collect data on the men that are being treated in the hope of building a bigger picture of the problem. Part of their study is looking into whether exposure to pornography has exacerbated the issue.
Are you serious right now?
What?
Penis envy, I guess.
I
maybe?
guess.
All right. This one comes from Frosted Glass.
Pecker Records.
I gotta tell you, there's just a little bit of an unavoidable joke with the author of this article given the title.
Uh-oh.
So this is an opinion piece from The Guardian. It says, "Trump's immigration moves are straight from the dictator's playbook." And this is written by Robert Reich. I couldn't help myself there.
I guess he would know.
The first rule in the dictator's playbook is to fuel public anger against the other people said to be dangerous outsiders.
Oh, like Obama did. Cool.
Now. From the start of his campaign for president, Donald Trump has sought to make immigrants from Mexico and Latin America the nation's nemesis. The second rule in the playbook is to conjure up a so-called crisis of containing the outsiders. Did I ever show you that two headlines from the same author within 3 months of each other, where it was I think it was the New Yorker or New York Times or somewhere. The guy put a headline up that said "crisis at the border," and then 3 months later he says Trump's fabricated crisis at the border. Yeah.
Mhm.
Real quick before you move on, over on Streamlabs, thank you, Terry Diamanis. Never have sex again. If their dick is so small that they need to inject random shit into it, they probably weren't having that much sex anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Undocumented immigration. Hi, Sophane. Undocumented immigration into the United States. What?
What did you call me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. No, wait. Did you call me something?
I see. I knew that was coming.
I knew you did.
That's why I stopped. Undocumented immigration into the United States dropped in 2017, but began to rise last year with injections of baby oil. No, that's my bad. March brought more than 92,000 apprehensions at the southwest border, the highest number reported in 1 month in a decade, according to the Department of Homeland Security. Okay, so that's not a so-called crisis, is it?
It is if they say it is.
Oh, wait, here's the next sentence. But this is no crisis. It's not a threat to national security. Mm-hmm. America is hardly full, as Trump has said. Well, I'll give you that in a literal sense. In fact, our aging population needs young immigrants to take up the slack.
Does it?
Okay, but young immigrants is different than illegal trespassers. Robert.
Yeah.
We keep conflating immigration with illegal immigration. These are two completely different things.
Well, you would think, but it depends on who's talking.
Whatever problem this surge of migrants poses isn't nearly the magnitude of threats like climate change, nuclear proliferation, or the undermining of democratic institutions, all of which, not incidentally, Trump has worsened.
What democratic institutions have been undermined?
Well, he's a dictator, remember?
Okay, climate change. we've been fucked for 40 years. I mean, if all the pollution in the world was going to kill us, it's too late already. It's already up in the atmosphere. The ozone's deteriorating. Trump had nothing to do with that. Is he helping it? I don't know, but whatever. As nuclear proliferation, well, he's trying to stop North Korea from doing it.
He did drop out of the
yes,
accord with Russia.
That was the part that ticked me off. Undermining of democratic institutions. That one I need some clarification on. Because the only undermining of democratic institutions I'm seeing right now is people saying we need to get rid of the Electoral College.
And the Second Amendment.
Oh, and the Second Amendment.
He did use the emergency declaration, which gets around Congress.
That is true. You're right.
So you have that, but that'll be challenged by a judge, just like every time every other fucking president has done it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you were saying.
Anyway, well, the article goes on for a long time. We got other articles.
Okay,
yeah. Okay, this one comes from Jack the motherfucking Cockring, also on the subject of immigration to an effect.
Before you start, Frosted Glass, thank you so much. Drum up a crisis and grab power. Green New Deal. You think? Anyway, sorry.
Fiend charged with raping and killing a jogger had been deported twice.
Nuh-uh.
Jorge Rios, 33, was deported from the United States first in 2003 and then again in 2004, but snuck back across the border at some point after that. Surveillance video showed that Rios stalked Carolina Cano, 45, before he strangled her with a cell phone cord, raped and drowned her as she was out for an early morning jog in New Jersey's Lincoln Park on March 24th. And immediately after the heinous crime, he strolled over to a friend's place and asked him how much time he could get for murder.
Do y'all remember that last article?
Yeah. Cano, a native of Peru who lived nearby, died, quote, as a result of homicidal violence, including strangulation and water submersion, according to a criminal complaint against Rios obtained Thursday by the Post. And cops said he confessed during questioning.
So an illegal immigrant killed a legal immigrant.
Yep.
All right.
There's a dark and horrible poetry to that.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, and then it gets into the details of the crime some more. And anyway, he's confessed. They got him for the third time, I guess.
Good. This time, give him the chair.
Yeah. Let's see. This one comes from George Mason. Olivia Jade's trademark application was rejected for poor punctuation before college admissions scandal began.
Whose was?
Olivia Jade.
Nice.
Long before the college admissions scandal, in which it was revealed that Olivia Jade didn't even fill out her own USC application, the YouTube star actually faced rejection for an application she did submit, a trademark application. Olivia Jade and daughter of Lori Loughlin reportedly filed to trademark Olivia Jade Beauty, but was rejected due to vague language and poor punctuation. Documents obtained by People revealed that the United States Patent and Trademark Office informed Olivia Jade that makeup kits was too broad a term for which to trademark her name, adding in the form, quote, applicant must correct the punctuation in the identification to clarify the individual items in the list of goods, unquote. Quote, proper punctuation in identifications is necessary to delineate explicitly each product or service within a list to avoid ambiguity, the form continued. Commas, semicolons, and apostrophes are the only punctuation that should be used. I wish we'd had a copy of what it was that they submitted.
That would be awesome.
Olivia Jade reportedly sought to trademark, and the police are coming after me. Quote, makeup kits comprised of moisturizer, comma, primer, comma, concealer, comma, foundation, comma, makeup powder, comma, makeup pencils, comma, eye makeup, comma, eyeshadow, comma, eyeliner, mascara, these are all common, mascara, blush, highlighter, bronzer, makeup, setting, spray, lipstick, lip gloss. That's all without commas. Makeup, setting, spray, lipstick, lip gloss, lip stains, makeup remover.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah, that's... I don't know how patents work. I suppose you have to throw everything in there to make sure you cover. It's sort of like a warrant when you're going in for a search warrant of a house. If you leave anything out, technically you're out of bounds. So anyway, let's see. What's this? This one comes from Adonis Bartolote. Bartolote? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Probably fucking that up too. Brazil, jail sentence against comedian harms freedom of expression. Probably. A Brazilian court's decision to sentence a comedian to prison for offensive remarks about a congresswoman could have a chilling effect on free speech, Human Rights Watch said today. On April 10th, a federal judge sentenced Danilo Gentili, a political conservative, to 6 months and 28 days in prison for a video he posted on social media 3 years ago. In the video, he ripped up a notice he received from the Chamber of Deputies asking him to take down offensive tweets he had written about Maria do Rosario, a Workers' Party member of Congress, stuffed the pieces in his underwear, pulled them out, and then mailed them back, making obscene comments about her.
Nice.
Quote, no one should go to prison just because they said something offensive, no matter how distasteful their remarks, said Maria Laura Canu, if I'm saying that correctly, Brazil director at Human Rights Watch. Quote, instead, people who want to go to court over injuries to their reputation should be required to seek redress through civil law. That is also true. The federal judge found that the video includes, quote, highly offensive and reproachable content that makes very clear his intention to offend.
Yep.
Yes, that's and so they called it criminal defamation.
Criminal defamation. Fuck off.
Whatever.
Where was this at?
Brazil.
Another reason not to go to Brazil. I mean, they got some nice bikini wax styles down there, but otherwise, what do you really got?
I wonder how many people are celebrating it. They're like, good. We need that foul shit out of our system.
Let's see. This one comes from Chicago Mike. If it'll come up. Woman crashes car and injures leg after spotting a spider in driver's area.
Oh, I saw pictures from this yesterday. I didn't read the story, but damn.
A woman in New York totaled her car and injured her leg all over a spider. An unidentified woman let her arachnophobia get the best of her on Wednesday when she spotted a spider inside the car while she was driving and panicked. She lost control of the vehicle, crashed into a stone barrier, and injured her leg. Photos showed the front of the vehicle wrecked. Fire and ambulance, Greene County medics, and sheriffs all responded to the scene on Silver Spur Road. Police said they were posting about the crash to, quote, bring up a contributing factor of collisions that is not covered too often. Quote, we know that it is easier for some drivers than others, but please try to teach new drivers and yourselves to overcome the fear and pull over to a safe place. Lives depend on it.
Yeah, I want to show you guys this picture because I know there's people out there who don't like spiders and stuff, but you shouldn't dislike them that much.
Mm-hmm. I was actually, I said earlier, I was watching live PD videos. There was one where a guy like the cops saw a guy swerve off the road and stop because a moth was in his car.
Look, I swerved one time, but it was because a bee had actually stung me in the back of the neck. I didn't panic because I saw a bee. I just got a fucking sharp pain in the back of my neck, and I swerved a little bit and then pulled right over. If you see, just pull the fuck over. It's a little tiny spider, for fuck's sake. The one time Hammer says, I hope the spider was okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
And Scrappy asked if it was. Yeah, I hope it is. I hope it is. Because Jesus Christ.
The spider got whiplash. This one comes from John M. 619. Winnipeg Jets, that's a hockey team, white out street parties need name change, says Black organization.
What?
So Winnipeg's whiteout street parties are attracting thousands of Jets fans downtown to celebrate their team, but for some people, the image of throngs dressed head to toe in all white can be threatening. Oh. Among them is Alexa Patashnik, I think I'm saying that correctly, the founder of Black Space Winnipeg, a nonprofit organization that lobbies for safe spaces for Winnipeg's Black community. She posted a message on the group's Facebook page on Wednesday morning ahead of the Jets' first game of the 2019 Stanley Cup playoffs, suggesting the name of the playoff party be changed. Along with it, she posted an image and the caption, quote, "Have a look at these photos from past Jets Pandemonium fan appreciation. The 4 men wearing all white Jets outfits with pointed hoodies remind you of anything?" It's a hoodie. It's not a hood. Oh my gosh. Seriously?
Well, there's something great about the picture at the top
Mhm.
of that article. Center, there's a woman, and then right to her right, well, it's her right. There's a black man in his all white, waving a white towel.
You know, I think they should change the name. They should change it to the Snowflake Party.
They should name it to "Fuck That Cunt Party." It's not racist, you silly bitch.
Yeah. Let's see now, the Jets team colors are white, black, and red. So which one of those should they dress all in? That would be appreciated by everybody if you couldn't find a reason to be pissed off about it. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, there's also, meaning behind whiteout.
Yeah.
In hockey,
yes.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah. That's a bit grim. Let's not do that one. Let's have fun news, happy news, or at least something entertaining. There's lots of sad things out there.
I'm sorry. There was a part of that article I was scrolling back up that caught my eye.
Okay.
It says whether it's black communities, indigenous people of color.
Yeah,
indigenous people of color.
Yeah, I gotta. Well, they're talking about the Canadian indigenous tribes and such up there. That's their phrase for that. It's where you're not like a black person, but you are effectively an Indian.
This is also scary to people with disabilities.
The whiteout is okay. Anyway.
Well,
First Nations. Faithless said the First Nations. That's what. Yeah, that's a better way of putting
it. Maybe somebody was in a blizzard. There was a whiteout, and they crashed their car. That's how they became crippled. So now whiteout triggers them. Otherwise, I don't get how that would matter.
Let's see. How about we do? We have more time than I thought. Okay, I thought more time passed. Okay, this one. Right now, this comes from Gorkon. Internet troll who sent rape tweet selected as potential UKIP MEP.
He did not send a rape tweet.
Yeah, he said, "I wouldn't even rape you." It was a trolling tweet, no doubt about it, but it wasn't a rape tweet, literally. UKIP have announced an internet troll as one of their lead candidates for the forthcoming European elections. Carl Benjamin, who has a history of criticizing feminism, Islam, and political correctness, is among the top candidates for the right-wing group. The self-styled free speech activist joined UKIP last year and will stand in the Southwest region. Benjamin, 39, uses the alias Sargon of Akkad and has nearly 1 million subscribers. He has been banned from Twitter for his views and in 2016 caused outrage by sending a rape tweet to Labour MP Jess Phillips.
Wasn't a rape tweet.
What? See, here's it. In 2016, he tweeted, quote, "I wouldn't even rape you," unquote, to the Labour MP Jess Phillips in a message featuring the tag #FeminismIsCancer.
Real quick, let me get this before it goes off the screen. Darkshade, thank you so much. A reason? We need to find a reason to exist. Yeah.
Phillips said she subsequently received 600 rape threats, and these were all obviously the fault of the guy who said, "I wouldn't even rape you."
How many of those do you think actually said, "I want to rape you," rather than "I wouldn't rape you either," or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. He has also used racially charged language online. You know, Sargon's part black, right? And was removed from the crowdfunding website Patreon because of hate speech. Benjamin calls himself a classic liberal. I think it's classical liberal. I could be mistaken. And has ranted about the left. During an online chat with Tommy Robinson, he rejected the idea that the terrorist who killed 50 people at mosques in Christchurch had been radicalized by far-right groups on the internet. UKIP stormed to victory in the interesting way of putting it, in 2014 European elections, polling 27% of the vote and securing 24 seats. They are now left with just 7 MEPs after a number left because of infighting and the party's lurch to the right. And this goes on for a bit. But yeah, so Sargon might be a politician soon, or is trying to become a politician. So good for him. I care less.
That ain't gonna last very long.
Probably not. Yeah. I'd be surprised if he wins.
No.
With the press like that, man, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, they're gonna slander him in every way they possibly can. I mean, and they have some factual stuff that they can use against him, but nobody's gonna sift through and figure out what's true or not. They're just gonna say whatever sounds bad or whatever somebody said that he may have did, and they're gonna present it as fact. And yeah, that's how that's gonna go.
Let's see. I'm not gonna read. We talked about this last night, but apparently it's been confirmed that Palpatine will be appearing in the new movie in some fashion.
Rey's gonna beat him at the end.
Yeah, I guess if she's gonna fight his ghost,
she's gonna throw her tampon at him and just. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's gonna do what Luke couldn't and put a lightsaber through his skull.
His ghostly skull.
or he will manifest and possess Kylo Ren or something. I don't know. It's gonna be.
What
if he was like, "I'm your father"?
I'm your real father.
I mean, it's like it's like so many other things. We can't come up with anything new, so we're going to recycle what people want to see or are familiar with, rather than being, I don't know, innovative or come up with something that's just surprising.
Well, I usually don't like deliver that kind of criticism unless they went ahead forward and was trying to do that in the first place, because this seems like a backpedal where they were like, we're going to do something new. Fuck all you original people and what you liked about the other stuff. This is the new shit, so get used to it. And then that failed miserably, so now they're trying to play on nostalgia.
Wow. See, the only reason that I'll at least extend the benefit of the doubt is because J.J. Abrams, it's pretty well documented now. J.J. Abrams had an outline for Lucasfilm and Disney of after Force Awakens. This is the structure of how I think things would proceed from what was started in the first movie, because then he went off to do other things. And then Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson completely threw that out the window, and Rian Johnson did something on his own. So having Palpatine or some remnant of him be part of the story might have been JJ's idea from the beginning. And so it wasn't meant to be. So there couldn't have been a reaction to The Last Jedi when he was planning this out like 5-6 years ago or whatever. Right. But all the same, yeah, now it feels a little desperate, but what do I know?
Ragnar, thank you. I bet Snoke will be brought back and revealed as the Emperor. I'm telling you, the Emperor didn't die when we saw him die. Because we didn't see him die. We just saw him. He's going to come back in a Vader outfit.
Oh, he took advantage of Snoke's body still being warm. And it's like, that's a...
Did you see this article from the original Shroom?
You did know.
New York Press Club announces Truth to Power Award winner Acosta.
Jim Acosta.
Jim fucking Acosta.
Truth to power. You mean being a arrogant asshole to an arrogant asshole? Okay.
On Friday, the New York Press Club announced the recipient of their Truth to Power Award, CNN White House correspondent Jim Acosta. The award honors, quote, an individual whose body of work challenges the power establishment and or defends journalists, the Wrap reported. In the press release accompanying the announcement, James Tillman Irving, president of the press club, stated, "We are proud to honor a man such as Jim Acosta, who has proven himself throughout his storied, decades-long career to be a journalist of the utmost integrity.
Oh, God.
For his unwavering commitment to fact and journalism, we are pleased to add Jim's many accolades to the Gabe Pressman Truth to Power Award."
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? I should have saved that for fucketry time. Snubber, thank you. The Emperor possesses or is bound to the Death Star.
Yeah, because there was an image of like a big shard of the fallen Death Star, I think, in the trailer. At least I believe that's what it was. So, That would be interesting. Now he was imbued into it when he exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. Anyway, whatever.
Assassin the Great said, are we talking about Jimmy Acosta? Yeah, little Jim Acosta.
Little tunnel.
Little Jimmy. And with that, we're going to stop MSS News. Guys, thank you so much for the submissions. We always have way more than we need, and that's a wonderful problem to have because you guys are the best audience on the planet. But we have to move on now to YouTube time. And Satsu, what'd you work on today?
I edited some of the meatloaf video. That video is pretty much done. I am working on an intro for the new channel. Putting together some footage and stuff for that. What's up?
I need the meatloaf video because I want to make that.
Oh, dude, it was so good. So
you should have SCA help you with that one.
I'm sure she'll know all about it.
Meatloaf.
So yeah, that'll be going up soon. The intro's going up soon, and as I said before, I am working on a vlog. It's not going to be kind of like the other ones. Like, there's going to be some footage of like stuff that I've been doing around the house and everything like that. But it's mostly going to be just kind of a channel update, talking about future plans and stuff that I want to do and stuff like that. So be on the lookout. I got pretty much everything I'm doing is in regards to the newer channel. Outside of that, our regular streams are when they usually are, which will be tonight. After Lords of the Night, we'll be playing Borderlands again. So,
thank you, Frosted Glass. Please don't say took advantage of a still warm body.
Fair
enough.
That's offensive.
Let's see. I did my Monkey in the Morning. That's what it's called. Yes. I did that, and then I played with a baby all day. Scribe, what'd you do?
Well, I didn't. I found a couple of videos I might do something on. One of them, coincidentally enough, is a TEDx talk, as you know, as fate would have it, from a woman in Canada who is a First Nations native descendant, let's say. And I haven't gotten through much of her speech yet, but the crux of it seems to be she decided to take a class in college about the history of native peoples in Canada, then decided to be a know-it-all to the teacher and got pissed off when he stopped calling on her because she kept trying to tell him what he should be thinking about the subject, and that means that the class was racist because the teacher was white.
Oh.
That's kind of the gist I'm getting. I don't know if it's video worthy because you can just kind of watch it and just watch her snootiness about the whole thing, and she's looking for a fight and to be the victim and the hero. It's kind of tough finding material like that. Otherwise, nothing really jumped out at me, and not in the sense that I couldn't find anything that I would usually have said something about, but because, as I've said before, it's stuff I've already said stuff about. It's becoming harder and harder to find something that isn't just a rehash of things I've already done before. And I don't know, there's something about being too repetitive. So I don't know. That's it.
On the Streamlabs, thank you, Jenna. Are these pizza toppings any of you would eat? Ham, pineapple, and broccoli. I'm asking for a friend. I wouldn't eat them together. I like ham and pineapple, and I've had broccoli on a pizza, but I'm not a fan of the broccoli, actually.
I wouldn't mind broccoli, I guess. I think I've had it once before, but yeah, just not by itself per se. Maybe not with pineapple and ham. If it was like a veggie pizza or a veggie topped pizza, I could handle that, sure.
I think that's how I've had it, was on a veggie pizza, which wasn't bad, actually.
Yeah, I've had broccoli on a pizza with like artichoke hearts and shit, and that shit was delicious. But all three together, I think it'd be fine.
Alrighty, and with that, we move on to fuckatry time, guys. I have some today.
Do you really?
I do. Not much because I didn't get a lot of time online. I was with the baby, but thank you, Darkshade. Out of idea, Scribe. How about a clip show?
A clip show? How do you mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Like a best of?
Yeah, Darkshade. let us know what you mean by that. Satsu, any fucketry today?
No, I did not get into any fucketry today.
Okay. Scribbles, any fucketry today?
Well, you're going to talk about the CBS thing. I know.
I don't have it in front of me. If you want that to be your fucketry, we can do that.
Well, you know the quote more than I do, so I'll just leave that to you. Otherwise, I was playing video games all day. We have the most boring internet fucketry / YouTube time today because like all of us are just kind of like not really doing much.
Well, I have some.
Yeah. Well, okay, not all of us. Me and Satsu.
Right. All right. Well, let's start with since you just teased it, the CBS thing.
Sure.
CBS All Access has a show. What's the show called?
The Good Fight, which apparently, like I say, second season is coming up. I'd never even heard of it till today.
The Good Fight. And there's this promo that they released on Twitter, I think it was.
Yes.
It was promo video. And it was only up for 20 minutes. And in it, I'm guessing this is one of the main characters from the show. He's walking down the street and he's talking about how people say that, you shouldn't punch Nazis. No, he says, actually, I was always taught never to throw the first punch.
Right.
That's how he starts. And he goes, and I used to believe that until I saw Richard Spencer get punched. And he goes, here's this man who's up there giving an interview, espousing his ideas, and somebody comes up and punches him. And he goes on to basically say, you know what? I believe now we should start just punching people we disagree with. Jenna says, do you mean The Good Doctor? I don't know.
No, this is called The Good Fight. This is a CBS All Access exclusive or something.
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically a CBS ad promoting violence.
Yeah, political violence.
And as I said, they took it down real fast. It was only up for 20 minutes, probably because a lot of people pointed out that this violates Twitter's policies.
Yeah. Besides which, it's just a stupid thing to put out there. Like, yeah,
Sure.
It's okay. Besides which, and when you watch the video, and you can find it on YouTube now, and some people saved it. I actually captured it before it disappeared in case I wanted to do anything with it. There's nothing at the beginning to tell you what this is. You don't know that it's a promo for a TV show until the very end. And since I never heard of the TV show before, I had no context for this whatsoever. Even though the tweet said hashtag whatever, I wasn't really paying attention to that. And it didn't tell me anything anyway, because The Good Fight, like I say, no idea. So it was so bizarre. And my first reaction was, if anybody had put this out who was just Joe Normal, they would immediately and rightly be cited for inciting violence.
Yep.
And I just thought, oh, okay. Hey, Twitter.
Now,
I mean, I'm not much of a tattletale, but in this instance, I thought this is probably justified.
Here's something I don't know if many people even caught.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned when Richard Spencer got punched.
Yes.
And how Richard Spencer was getting interviewed. As Richard Spencer got punched, he had just been asked the deep question, what is that pin you're wearing? And he pointed, it's a Pepe the Frog pig. It's kind of a little meme, and that's when poof, he gets punched. The question he was asked right before that was, are you a white supremacist? To which he says, no, I'm not. That was the interview that according to CBS, makes their character think it's okay to just punch people for political views.
Well, Nazis calmly stand on corners and answer questions from people who they disagree with instead of beheading them and killing them on the spot. That's the new modern Nazi, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Be super proud.
People are telling us The Good Fight is an extension of The Good Wife. I've never seen either, so just that commercial is like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, I thought I couldn't. I've just become so I don't know, attuned to all this messaging stuff that when I saw that, I thought, who the hell is saying this? How are they getting away with this? Oh, it's CBS. And then it was taken down so fast. It's like who thought that this would have been a good idea?
Well, they knew it was a good idea. They just didn't figure that anybody would actually object, because they know it's a good idea. They know that a lot of people Twitter, agree with them.
Yeah, and you know, if this had been like if they hadn't brought up a real person about this, I don't know if it would have the same effect. But since you're basically saying it's okay to punch Richard Spencer because you don't agree with him, if they'd been talking about like some villain of the TV show or something or some allegory, maybe not. But they brought it into the real world, and that, yeah, not smart.
Peter, you're right. He actually did say that the white supremacists don't like him in answer to that question.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That are you a white supremacist? No. Punch that motherfucker.
Bloodwing says Nazis also hate sharing. With that being said, my birthday's coming up, guys.
So's mine.
That's funny.
Our birthdays are too close together. Who's hosting on our birthdays this year?
Let's see. The 20th?
Let's see. Satsu will be. I'm hosting Satsu's birthday. He's hosting mine.
There you go. You guys can swap.
Nice.
Yeah, we could swap.
We probably should. Dark Shade, thank you so much. Like a lazy money saving flashback TV episode. Oh, yeah, you just meant a clip of like your old stuff.
Yeah, no, that would like, you know, defeat the purpose of people binging my stuff.
Have you ever tried to do that? Go back and just pull clips?
Yeah, it's like I have to download a bunch of stuff and try to remember what's my best material. I can tell you what videos I really like and what I think I did a good job on, but like just bits of videos and context, I don't know if it would make as much sense as watching the whole thing.
Okay, so let's see. We got to talk a little bit about Ilhan because I'm so sick of seeing what a victim she is.
Yep, that's right.
I don't know who this person is. Jody Jacobson. She
sounds familiar.
Editor-in-chief at Rewire News.
Okay, maybe not.
She tweeted this out today. The reaction to Ilhan's speech proves the very point she was making.
Oh no.
1, it's not a reaction to her speech. It's a reaction to the dismissive way she discussed 9/11 itself. Right. Nobody's talking about the speech in general. Nobody's talking about the entire speech. They're talking about that specific part where she is ridiculously dismissive of 9/11. Some people did something. That's how she. I was thinking about this earlier. Do you remember how much shit Louis C.K. got just for mentioning that the kids at Parkland didn't do anything to make them famous, to make them worth listening to? Like, how dare he talk about them like that? But this bitch being completely dismissive of nearly 3,000 people dying at the hands of Muslims. That's no big deal. Nah, you guys you're just proving the point she was making with her speech. Fuck off. And then what was the other one? Ah, God. I had another one from this. Hang on. I'm trying to find it because there's actually a couple more. Okay.
Hi, Dad.
Well, that's actually. No. Sandra, how you doing, my friend?
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Why?
Here it is.
Did I derail you?
No. I was trying to. I'm going through.
I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Not at all. Not at all. You came in right as I found what I wanted to speak about. So I just. Are you ready?
Yes.
Good. This guy, Brian Butler, what the fuck does he do? He is a crooked.com editor-in-chief. Okay? Just so we're clear on the basic notions of reality, you promoted a smear meant to incite racist hatred of your Muslim colleague by taking her words out of context and now want to shirk responsibility for the consequences. You're a disgrace and won't be allowed to shirk anything. That's his response to Dan Crenshaw. You promoted a smear meant to incite racist hatred of your Muslim colleague. Okay. It's not a smear. The bitch said what she said. Nobody else did that. Nobody took her words out of context. Those are exactly the way she described 9/11. Now, you might say her description of 9/11 is a bit out of context. And you can incite racist hatred of Muslims.
But the people
not a
who say
race.
that, they don't understand that it's not a race. So they're going to get all pissy about it.
And then I want to hit on one more of these. This is actually somebody else talking about this, and her name's Ashley St. Clair. And this is what she said. Ilhan's words were never taken out of context. She actually referred to the 9/11 attacks as some people did something. The left is labeling anybody who rightfully speaks out against Ilhan's awful words as inciting violence. This is the beginning of the war on free speech. No, it's not.
No, that happened a long time ago.
You know what this is? This is a desperate attempt to erase from people's minds that the Democrats just last month had to pass a anti-hate measure in the House because of Ilhan Omar.
Yep.
But it was supposed to be a condemnation of anti-Semitism. Then Ocasio-Cortez got Hispanics thrown on. Then Ilhan Omar got Muslims thrown on. Then some Jewish representative got Jews thrown on and blacks thrown on. All except white people. Isn't that interesting?
Whites and Christians.
Yep.
Christians
They're
were on there
completely
either.
exempt.
And when people tried to add that, they were shot down. That is why some people voted against it. It wasn't because they were promoting hate as the narrative went. But that's why this is happening. This isn't because they just finally they attacked her in a way that we can go, they're lying about her. Look how wonderful she is. Nah, she's still the same Jew-hating bitch she was last month.
Criticizing AIPAC does not make you anti-Semitic.
No.
That being said,
being a Muslim
she is
does.
anti-Semitic. Yeah.
it's in their book. It's part of how they started. Anyway, so yeah, don't mistake this. Yeah, we've had the war on speech for quite a while. This isn't about that. That's not about that. It's about cleaning her record and erasing memories. So that people forget that she was the one being hateful just a little while ago. Anyhow, I don't want to talk about her anymore. Well, fuck, now I have to. Because my other fucketry, and it leads into the other big fucketry we have going on in the country today. This was from Ilhan Omar. This country was founded on the ideas of justice, of liberty, of the pursuit of happiness. But these core beliefs are under threat each and every day. We are under threat by an administration that would rather cage children than pass comprehensive immigration reform.
Oh, you mean like Obama did?
I thought this country was founded on slavery and colonialism. I keep getting mixed messages here.
I thought it was founded on white supremacy.
That too.
It's only founded on those things when it's convenient.
Well, okay. Ilhan Omar, she's a member of the House.
Yes.
Do you know what comprehensive immigration package the House has passed?
None?
None. Since the Democrats took office, none. Nothing.
How interesting.
Yeah, considering that's where it has to start, that is interesting.
I just saw that Rashid Tlaib is now, quote, blasting the, oh shit, I lost the tweet. She's blasting the Democratic Congress for not backing Omar enough.
Oh, I'm sure she's desperate to get her name in the news.
Can you get a pair of socks?
She's up there with Booker right now.
Yeah. So then this moves us on, since we're talking about immigration reform. Let's where'd that one go? Hang on.
I missed most of the news because I've been working on a video. Did you guys cover the story of what happened in Mall of America?
In where?
Oh no, we didn't.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no.
I'll save that for my fucketry.
Sure.
Yeah, hang on. Let me get to this real quick, and then we can move on. One of my new favorites, guys, Dr. Eugene Gu. Dr. Gu. He's on a long rant about Trump. And he says, but Trump wants to jeopardize the security and territorial integrity of the United States during his self-declared national emergency by punishing his political rivals and releasing undocumented immigrants specifically and punitively in sanctuary cities as a weapon of revenge.
How is that revenge if that's what they want?
Yeah,
Well-
I was asking the same question.
Okay.
We need more immigrants. They're good. Don't bring them here.
He is doing it as a measure of revenge. This is petty. It absolutely is. I like it. I think it's funny, and I think if they're going to keep bitching about those poor kids in cages down at the border, like, well, you have these sanctuary cities. Why don't we give them sanctuary? But it is amazing how many of these people who have been, bitching about this stuff are suddenly on Twitter today, bitching about moving these people to sanctuary cities and describing it as punishment. As it's punishment to those cities. Like, well, pick one.
That's the question I want to ask them. If it's punishment to send all those people to sanctuary cities, why is it not punishment to let them here in the first place?
No. See, we got to have them at the border with what we need to do is build a bunch of Hilton hotels all along the border to house them so they have really nice accommodations while they're there.
It'd
But
be cheaper than what it costs now.
It probably would be. You're just a little bit quiet there, Sinatra.
Oh, hold on.
Just to let you know. But yeah, suddenly it's all, oh my God, no, how dare you? Did you hear that? They're
Is
going
that
to.
better?
Can you guys hear him okay?
You sound like you're coming out of a coffee can.
How about that?
That sounds a little better.
bit.
But the beginning of his sentence there, jeopardize the security and territorial integrity of the United States.
That's exactly what happens when you don't have a strong border, which they're getting through.
The territory.
Ding, 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 ding. Make up your fucking minds.
Illegal immigrants don't jeopardize the territorial integrity. But,
No, but putting them in sanctuary cities definitely jeopardizes everything.
Okay.
fascinating.
I have a few more we can get to if we have time. But Sinatra, what were you saying? You said Mall of America?
Yeah, I got a couple things too. Did you guys see that? What's that shit called? It's a show on TV. I know Satsu saw it. The Good Fight.
Yeah, we talked.
Oh, we talked about that just before you got here.
Ah, gay.
That fucking commercial.
What about the HuffPo article where the woman's like, "I accidentally was celibate for 5 years."
What?
What?
I accidentally. What is?
I'll send it to you, Scribe.
Oh no, you go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
I don't know how to read.
Send it to me, Sinatra. I'll read it.
Okay, you're probably better at it than I am. But
You haven't heard me read.
all right, there you go. The other thing, yeah, there was a 5-year-old boy who was thrown from the balcony of the 3rd story in the Mall of America.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is he all right?
He's still in critical condition.
Jesus fuck.
He might not pull through. He was thrown by a young person of color. And of course, no one's talking about that. But could you imagine if it was the other way around?
Oh, of course, it'd be national news.
It would be headline news everywhere. They still talk about that guy, the random stabbing on the subway platform. They still talk about that. But this it's not showing up anywhere. But I guess the guy who did it had a history of throwing stuff over the balcony at the mall. Like
So
he was just
picked up a kid and did it.
So he just picked up a kid? Fuck
he would
this
throw
guy.
like drinks and products over the balcony. But this time he just picked up a kid and chucked him down 3 stories.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Good luck to that kid.
America?
Man.
Yeah, in Trump's America. That really, like, the kid was 5. My kids are 6. That really hit like close to home.
God. Jeez, I can't imagine. Cannot imagine being that parent. I'd have thrown that kid down after him.
It
get
didn't
him.
say where the parents were.
All right, let's talk about accidentally celibate girl.
Yeah.
And she means chaste, not celibate, guys. But people interchange those words because they're dumb. 5 years of celibacy isn't something I planned. It's something that happened when I began to focus on myself and stopped looking for a Netflix and chill buddy.
So you masturbated a lot. The end.
And yeah, it happened gradually, and I only thought about it every so often when couples held on to each other, scurrying across a windy parking lot, or when love scenes got a little too vivid during a Friday night movie.
Too vivid.
Mostly, though, sex just never occurred to me as something I was missing in my life. You need to see a doctor. After my last breakup at the age of 44, it became obvious to me and most of my friends and family that I needed to regroup, refocus, and remember who I was and who I had been before becoming a stepmother slash step grandmother. I'd been so involved caring for a toddler.
She's a grandma at 44?
Step grandma. And by the way, dude, I'm a grandpa twice over now at 43.
Whoa.
Cryptic, thank you so much. Told a joke about Vader's favorite food, toast. The joke was a bit forced.
So does she qualify as a V sale?
No, that's just a regular old incel.
I know this is a woman who hit the wall. Point curation, thank you. If you are an Albertan vote, if you have nobody you want to vote for, spoil your ballot, right? I can't trust these crooks, and the candidates will read it. Exercise your right and responsibility to vote. There you go. When is your vote, Point?
They're Canadians. They're always up to something.
I was giving them a chance to tell people when. We're an informative show here, Sinatra. We're educational.
G.
Really?
Sinatra.
I had no idea, and I'm a regular listener.
You're an asshole. Let's see. As such, becoming celibate became very natural. I was able to revisit the things I had sacrificed for far too long with my live-in boyfriend's sudden permanent acquisition of his toddler-aged grandson. I bought colored pencils and a sketchbook.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm
an old cat lady.
I planted flowers in an empty garden that had been neglected.
Oh.
Slowly, I started writing again.
Oh.
A poem here, an essay there. Before I knew it, a novel.
Oh, my God.
Guys, if you want to write a novel, don't have sex.
And if you want to write a best-selling novel, you can be a millionaire.
I stopped shaving my legs and counting calories, and I decided to grow out my faux hawk.
Oh, God.
Since I no longer had a toddler around my neck, I could have that hairstyle without worrying about it becoming sticky or snarled.
You had a toddler around your neck?
Oh, man. Did you guys see what Trump just tweeted?
No, what did he do?
Just in, or just out, whatever. The USA has the absolute legal right to have apprehended illegal immigrants transferred to sanctuary cities.
Oh,
we hereby demand that they be taken out of care at the highest level, especially by the state of California, which is known for its poor management and high taxes.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Jesus.
He is milking the fuck out of this. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Cory Booker, yeah, good luck with that whole love, grace, and respect campaign.
Oh, man.
This is amazing.
I wonder how long he's going to be able to keep baiting them. Something else
Forever.
is
Forever. He just has to do something and he baits them, for God's sake.
I sent you the tweet, Monkey.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a second tweet that is amazing. This guy does an on-point Trump impression.
Wow. Oh, Eugene had a response to that first one. It says, instead of stripping immigrant children from their families and throwing them into internment camps, please send the children with their mothers to sanctuary cities where we will gladly accept them with open arms. This is what you want, and we're calling your bluff. Oh, Eugene. I guarantee you, the politicians in those cities do not agree with you.
Oh, they're probably like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Do any of you enjoy the movie Fantasia? It's hit or miss for me, depending on my mood.
There are parts of it I liked. Like, I mean, it's kind of an anthology, little bits and pieces. So
Yeah.
I mean, as a piece of just hand-drawn animation, it's a masterpiece.
I posted that guy doing the impression in the chat. That's hilarious. Yeah, just click on it. The guy is.
Yeah, that's a pretty good impression.
It's like perfect.
You asked how long Trump can keep this up for, and here's the answer. Somebody replied to this earlier, and I'm sorry I don't remember who said it, and I can't dig up the tweet at the moment. But they said Trump keeps setting the trap, walking them through it, showing them where the pitfalls are, and then he tweets, and they run right into the trap.
Yep.
It's exactly what he keeps doing. I mean, it's amazing. It's fucking amazing.
They never don't fall for it.
They. And not what are they going to do? Just whine that he's sending them to the places where they like immigrants so much they won't tell ICE where they are. Where you have the mayors warning people that an ICE raid is coming.
Oh, Oakland's mayor! What a peach he was.
It actually is like, guys, you might want to hide because ICE is coming. I mean, that's a paraphrase, but
yes.
The funny part is Trump don't even have to set the traps himself most of the time. They're like, hey, Trump, we put up this trap for you. Come over here and tell us to step in it. And he's like,
yes.
Okay, step in it. And they're like, ah. Crap.
They are so happy to cut their nose off to spite their face.
They are.
They're super excited to do it. Like, I don't get it at all.
Well, I think Point Curation says April 16th, advanced voting is closed as of today. There you go. But it is amazing how they do this. I mean, the obvious step is like, okay, you guys don't like what we're doing at the border. Where could we put them in America? How about all of California, which is a sanctuary state?
Yep.
Dude, you know what? It's fucked up, but at this point, I'm ready to take all this trolling shit to the next level and just be like, fuck it. If we gonna do this, if this is gonna be a fucking trolling presidency, let's just take it all the way. Fucking Trump, do that shit. Send them all there and see what. I want to know what would happen. I'm very curious. All the ones that come to the border, have them walk right over the border into a bus and take them right there and just drop them off at the inside of the state and just drive off. Like, all right, have fun.
They should just get a big bus and get out while it's still rolling and just let it hit in the city.
That's fucked up.
Like in an action movie where the bomb's ticking away.
I'm just curious what they would do. Like, these are your people. You protect them. This is what you want. You'll accept them with open arms. This is what you want to do. There's no reason to think that there's a crisis. That's bullshit. That's all made up. So there's no issue, right? You can accommodate all these people without question.
Yeah.
So do it.
Go.
There you go.
But guys, go ahead.
Bodacious T in the chat has a great plan. Step 1, annex Mexico. Step 2, send them there. Step 3, unannex Mexico.
Guys, that's going to bring us to your time. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them into the chat now. We'll do our best to answer them or address them. Remember, lots of chat marks for the questions you have for us. Lots of statement marks if it's just a statement you want us to address. And if you don't know what those things are, you need to watch more often. Jenna says, it's my brother Josh's 19th birthday. He leaves for 2 years at the end of May. Could you guys sing him happy birthday? Of course. I didn't get to sing happy birthday yesterday. It actually made me a little sad. So, Josh, I don't know if you're out there listening at the moment, but hopefully Jenna will play this for you. If you're not, this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday and shit.
Happy birthday to you.
I was hoping for no songs, but fuck me, right?
Happy birthday,
dear John.
dear Josh.
I guess I'll just get over it.
I'll fuck you so.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Josh. I hope you had a great one. Let's see. Questions. What do we have first? Any dad jokes? No. None that come to mind. There was actually a great one while I was watching Razor Fist last night, and I don't remember what it was. So
Well, that was helpful.
go
Thanks,
watch
Matthew.
all of Razor Fist from last night. You'll find at least one good one in there. Lords of the Night. Pineapples or pine nuts? Pineapples.
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 Whoa.
Sinatra.
I don't even know what a pine nut is, so drunk.
Pineapple. Okay. How did you like your pinup girl I found for you today?
Pin-up girl?
I didn't see it, dude. You'll either have to like retag me or I'll have to scroll through. Like I said, I was not on the internet very much today, guys. And when I was done, I was looking for things to hopefully make the show entertaining. Monkey and Sinatra, why do leftists keep saying they hate good things like regulated immigration, but keep saying they like bad things like MS-13?
Because they need to virtue signal that they love Brown and everything about it.
Because they can't stay out of their own way. There's a reason so many people, or so many of these arguments, or the responses to leftist points are, yeah, but Obama did. And most of them had no problem with it when Obama did it. Because look, for whatever you think about Obama, he wasn't horrible all the time. There were some good things. I mean, and his comments on immigration, he was spot on with, especially in the beginning. But now Sinatra's right. They cannot virtue signal hard enough how much they like anything darker than mocha.
I finished a video on The Root about reparations.
Oh, yeah.
And the thought occurred to me like a quarter of the way through the video that all they're trying to do is buy the black vote.
Yes, it's not just the black, the Latino, the Asian, they're trying to buy minority votes.
They also know for a fact that it's not going to do anything. Because if anybody knows how to manipulate and knows the spending behaviors and the conditioning that has been done to black people over time, it's the Democrats. And they're like, them Negroes are going to get this money, they're going to blow it, give it back to us, and it's going to be over. And that's it. That's what's going to happen.
I don't buy into that argument because it's their money. Let them blow it. But that's it. That's what you get.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but they know that's all that's going to come out of it. It's not going to be of a loss to them. Maybe a temporary one, but at the end of the day, the money's coming back. Now, if they really believe that there was a institution or a large enough group of people who were going to put that money into putting power back into, African American hands, like they plan on doing, there's no way they would endorse this at all. They would never be for it because they'd be like, "Fuck no, we're not doing that." But they know that's not going to happen. So they're like, yeah, we'll give you some fucking money to get you to shut the fuck up. But when we go down the line and you've gotten your reparations, you want to talk about disparities in the black community and shit, we're not going to listen to that shit because we already paid you off.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Perfect.
Red Castry, Satsu 2 cents. Thoughts on Tim Pool filing a lawsuit against Studio Foul over the name Subverse, their
Subverse?
Kickstarter game. Subverse.
I don't know anything about that.
I think Tim Pool has the copyright for the name Subverse for his channel. So it seems like he's well within his rights to file that.
I mean, yeah, if he has the copyright and he's within his rights, then I think he's doing whatever the hell he wants to do.
With names and stuff, it all comes down to platform and like you can't copyright the name of a novel. That's why there are lots of novels out there with the same goddamn name. if you hold a copyright in one, say like of a movie, that doesn't mean somebody can't use it for a website, that kind of thing. So it's all going to depend on how closely tied they are. And if he does own it and that's correct, then good for him. Thank you, Cryptic. Illegals belong in a shark tank.
Uh-oh.
It is amazing, guys, and we pointed this out many times. The people most against illegals, the most hardcore against illegals, are those who came here legally.
Yeah, they are the ones I see get the most hostile about this.
Yes, they get mad, and
Fuck
rightfully
those
so.
people.
Rightfully so. Pineapple on pizza is an abomination. I love pineapple, I love pizza, but putting them together on pizza is morally reprehensible. Affable Sage, you're just wrong. I love you, but you're just wrong.
You are wrong.
Could Sinatra, would you rather fight 10 chimpanzees in hand-to-hand combat or be turned into a robot?
Do I get to remain myself as a robot?
I'm imagining you at least get to keep your brain.
Would I be a Terminator?
RoboCop.
Yeah,
you
would
be
I
what?
be RoboCop? I would do that
RoboCop.
for fun.
There you go. Which one of you has a bad habit you can't get rid of? Oh,
Me,
I
can't
got
stop
hella
smoking.
bad habits I can't get rid of.
I keep doing the show every night.
Ah,
you dick. I'm smoking a cigarette right now.
Same.
Let's see.
I got
What
a
else?
list, y'all. We gonna use up the rest of the time.
Yeah, we ain't got time for all. So let's just say all of us. I mean, I think everybody has bad habits. don't
Satsu
they?
just keeps breaking into cars. He can't figure out how to stop.
Oh
him.
dear God!
I told you Sinatra was racist.
But he's racist, but a good guy. Isn't that what you're saying? A little bit racist.
Yeah, he's racist but tolerable.
There you
I'm
go.
not racist. I'm racial.
I'm not racist. I'm racial. Cryptic. Thank you. I was addicted to the hockey poke, but then the hokey pokey, but then I turned myself around.
The hockey
hockey.
poke.
That's what it says. That's what it
Wait,
said.
if Sinatra's racial, then who's Joey and who's Chandler?
I see what you just did.
Is that a Friends joke?
That is
Yes.
only possible from Scribe.
I never got into Friends. The only reason I know it is because this girl I used to hang out with would watch Friends religiously.
Oh, I watched Friends tonight.
Yeah, I think I've watched 3 episodes in my entire life, but you can't avoid just knowing about it given the era I grew up in. So
You should see how fucking happy Squishy is that I got Hulu. Like, she was going through Hulu looking at all the shit on there, and she's like, cancel Netflix. I'm like, I still watch shit on Netflix. She's like, fuck that. I'm watching Full House.
I've been watching House on Amazon Prime.
Oh, I love. Oh, is House on Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Look, I have all the seasons, but streaming is just so much easier. And they took it off. They took it off Hulu. They took it off Netflix. I have Amazon Prime. I might start watching it that way.
You should. I forgot.
I love
how good
House,
the show
man.
was.
House is awesome. Jack Gunsky, thank you. Thank you for the question. That's what I meant to say. We only thank people for donations. So I take back my thank you.
Go fuck yourself, Jack.
No, thank you. Thank you for the question. Considering their stance on illegal immigration and socialism, is the entire leftist platform essentially mass voter bribery?
Kind of.
I wouldn't say essentially like as a whole, because there are some people who are genuine or who have plans or who are trying to get people's votes sincerely. But there's definitely a kind of system that's been built over there of manipulation when it comes to certain groups of people trying to get their votes.
Yeah, well, there's an air of bribery with free college and free health care and will this, that, and the other thing. I mean, no politician is going to say, I'm going to charge you more,
Right.
unless you're being blatantly and brutally honest, which would be amazing. But
Ross Perot did.
Yeah, Ross Perot did. And there's always an element of bribery, but there seems to be a lot of vote for me and get free stuff is a big theme going on right now with the current crop.
If you guys ever want some good food for thought, look up Tucker's segment on what if Trump doesn't want to get reelected. It's like 3 minutes long, but he basically, I'll let you see it. It's pretty.
Oh, like his running for president again is one big troll.
No. He's pretty much just shitting on Trump for like 3 minutes straight.
Oh, okay.
there's been comparisons to bribery with a lot of Democrat ideas for a long time. I'm not sure it's really fair. It's really close, but I believe they believe it. They're not actually. It's not like they're going, look, if we give them this much money, they'll vote for us.
Right.
I still definitely think it is a form of bribery, but I almost want to call it an ethical bribery, even though I don't agree with it.
It's not deceptive.
Yeah.
They're not being disingenuous when they're saying these things. They believe in them, but it's also they're incentivizing their votes through financial gain.
you vote for me and I'll give you money. But they're doing it because they actually believe in giving that money rather than doing it to buy the vote. Ellis says reparation is not needed. I keep thinking they'll have to give it to a random gravesite. I don't want random money for a dumb reason. It's dude, I don't know if we talked about it on this show. I know we did on Monkey in the Morning, but fuck, what college was it? There was a college where they voted to actually give reparations.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The students actually voted to do that. That vote came in yesterday, I want to say. And in that case, they're actually voting to give the descendants of the slaves that were sold by that school the money that they collect. There were 272 slaves that were sold. They're collecting $27.20 from every new freshman that comes in.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, and they vote. So I'm not sure I have a huge problem with that. I mean, one, it's a private school, so fuck it, do what you want. Go to a different school if you don't like it. But at least they're actually tracing it down the line. They're going to be giving it to the direct descendants of that.
Yeah, but it's coming out of students who live today, though.
No, I get that.
Yeah, that's the part that I was like, what? But the students of today had nothing to do with that. The college just take it out of their own funds.
But the students voted for it, so fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
The issue that I have though is with that, it's like, okay, well, we have two parties here. We have party A and party B. We know where the money's coming from. We know who it's going to. But in the issue of reparations, they haven't even explained like who exactly is entitled to reparations. How much are they entitled to? Who exactly is going to pay it? Where's this money going to come from?
Yep.
They haven't answered any of that.
Well, in the video I just did, they said it would cost like $3 trillion for reparations.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like, what are you giving each person $1 million?
Let's see. Well, we could probably do the math on that, but I don't want to. Scribe, CNN says they aren't investigators. Did you know they have a show called Special Investigations Unit?
Well, they also have something. They also have a feature called CNN Investigates.
That is the least of their hypocrisy.
Yeah. No, that statement from Zucker was both the most amazing and the most brutally honest thing I think I've heard CNN as an entity declare since we started doing this show.
Low Res Boy says Pool has the rights in the States plus subverse is an invented word. It's not like trademarking the word tree. Again, it's going to depend. I know that's the Xerox defense, but there really are different ways that works. It's been a little while since I've read the law, but and even with, if I remembered it all correctly, it depends on what he has the ownership of.
So
it depends on context, is what it is, actually.
I have the numbers in front of me.
There you go.
42 million black people in America.
Okay.
Times 10,000 would be 420 billion. So it would be tantamount to giving each one $60,000.
Well, that's assuming that every black person in America is a direct descendant of a slave, or is that the assumption?
That's the assumption.
Okay.
What was it? You said 3 trillion?
Yeah. No, it'd be closer to 70,000. So $70,000 just for being black on the numbers the root ran.
Okay.
Yeah, about 71,000. Yeah. Hey Satsu, when you get that, man, can I get a loan?
I'm back. What happened?
Somehow he didn't get that quite. What?
We did the numbers on what they're floating for reparations, and you get about $71,000, man.
71,000.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Now, does Squishy get some of that? Because she's got a little black in her, right?
She's had a little black in.
No.
Well, she's got a little black in her right now.
No.
Allegedly, we'll see.
We don't know yet till it's all baked.
Right. She's there because she was telling me what she got like in her like family line or whatever. She's like, yeah, red hair, blue eyes, all kinds of shit. I'm just like, oh god, fucking demon baby come out.
Whoa.
But I would give 10,000 to Monkey, 10,000 to Scribe, and I would ask for 5,000 from Sinatra.
Hey, WikiLeaks just dumped everything, by the way.
Not surprised. They warned
everything. What?
everything they have.
I just got a message that said WikiLeaks just made a major dump. And this is huge.
They warned that if Assange was arrested, they were going to do that.
I wonder what I can't imagine what it's all going to be.
There's stuff from like the Swedish military in here.
Oh Jesus!
Tanzania, Tibet, Timor.
Oh gosh!
Toyota Prius fire investigations.
Oh Jesus!
New Zealand police. So whatever you want to know about that WikiLeaks has, go to their wikileaks.org file.
Wow!
Oh, this is about to get crazy. But
Yep. Cato asks, I thought your thing you keep doing and should stop was failing. Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah.
Mash said, did you see your girl Alyssa Milano's tweet about how bad it is for Trump to make illegal immigrants to be sent to sanctuary cities? I did not. I'm not surprised. Because they're not smart. None of them are smart. I got to give it to Goo. I mean, he's the first one I've seen who's like, all right, do it. Do it. Let's see. Do it. All of the other ones are suddenly like, no, please don't send them here. You're going to drop my property value.
Israeli Armageddon, Israeli settlements.
Ryan Walter says, does Friends still run on cable? I have no idea. I haven't had cable for decades.
My mom has cable, and I saw a commercial for them.
I watch it on Netflix. Anyone into Game of Thrones? I didn't see last season, so I'm not really excited about this new one. Anybody else? Sinatra, you into Game of Thrones?
Yes, I'm currently rewatching that too.
Scribbles?
I've never seen an episode.
Satsu?
neither have I.
There you go.
There's stuff about law enforcement recruiting Nazis in here. Oh boy.
Oh, we can punch those.
Is there anything about the DNC in there?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Thank you, Cryptic. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Indeed.
Nothing under the label DNC.
Oh man, I was hoping there's going to be more.
What about Democratic National Committee or Hillary Clinton?
Yeah, Hillary. I want to know if there's if they found her shit.
Clinton emails, all of them.
Oh, it's Georgetown was that college. Thank you, Stacy. Stargazer reminds everybody to come watch me and Satsu playing Borderlands over on 2 Cents Plus right after this stream, guys. It'll actually be about 11:15 to 11:30-ish, but come on over and check us out. Make sure you're following both of us on Twitter. The links are below so that you know as soon as we go live with anything.
I saw somebody ask about the name. I'm pretty sure we're settled on Aaliyah Grace.
Aw.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
Oh.
Yeah.
No monkey?
No.
Man. Thank you, P-Dog Knight. WikiLeaks Vault XL Unleashed. No
Quite
shit.
literally, yeah.
Like I said, they warned. There were a lot of people who were expecting this as Assange was arrested, and then it kind of just died down. So, well played, WikiLeaks. I saw another YouTube account called Peter today in Medicare stream. How can there be two accounts with the same name? He's an imposter. I'm not
It
sure
looks
how
like
that
there's about 1,800 things they've released.
Okay.
Someone in the chat asked for the link. I'm not going to post the link in the chat,
Yeah.
but I'll say if you go to wikileaks.org and then you happen to type in / then file, then another /, you might be able to find it.
That might be a way to see it, guys. Maybe. Have you heard that Illinois and about 18 other states are going to keep Trump off the ballot if he doesn't release his tax returns? That's not going to hold up.
Somebody said you don't call black children monkey. Yes, all black people call their kids little monkeys. Every single one of them. I don't think I've ever met a black adult with a child that didn't call them a little monkey.
All white kids call their kid Peanut.
No, I've never called my child Peanut. I've called both my children and my grandchildren monkey.
No, my dad called my sister and I maggots.
My mom called us monkeys.
Yeah, no more monkeys jumping on the bed.
Indeed.
You see, come here, maggot. I'm like,
Come here, little maggot. Come over
that's right.
here.
Yeah, no, my sister and I were maggots. I'm not even kidding.
Where are we at here? Tim Pool does not have an international copyright on the word. Okay, like I said, it'll be an interesting case for the panel. Favorite desserts. Right now, probably a warm apple pie with ice cream on top.
Chocolate eclair.
It's probably a toss-up between ice cream and cheesecake.
Sinatra.
Ice cream and a warm brownie.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well played. My DNA says I'm 5% African, 1% Nigerian. Do I get paid? Hang on, I'm sorry. I need to ask. Is that 1% Nigerian included in the 5% African? Because it should be.
Right.
Because that's where Nigeria is. Do you get paid? I don't know.
Good catch.
That is one of the great questions about reparations is who gets paid and how. Do you get paid by the percentage of your blood? What if you are an African American? I'm using the air quotes here because I don't believe in that fucking shit.
I don't believe they exist either, but Satsu's here.
You know, God damn it.
And Bear.
You know what'd be funny if they were like, were you advocating for reparations before this happened? It's like, no. Then you can't have it.
Yeah, right.
Like, damn it.
But what if somebody came like over in the 60s? Their parents immigrated in the 60s. They're African Americans. Do they get it?
Well, that's what I was asking. Is like, wouldn't you have to prove that you are actually a descendant of a slave in order to qualify? Wouldn't it be one of the conditions?
You would think, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Where are we at here?
But then how would they figure out who pays it? Like, my
just
family
America
came here in
will
the
pay
20s.
It'll just be paid through. All Americans will pay it. Even the blacks who are receiving it will get. Well, it'll be taken out of their taxes.
Fair enough.
America's going to pay it.
I
Any
saw
thoughts on the name? He already answered that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Jenna P in the chat asked if I would have her on a stream. Yeah, we're doing a game stream tomorrow. Come on by.
Jenna says that's beautiful, Sassy. How do you spell it?
Oh, I already answered that in the chat.
Okay. There was Ebony says that blacks and natives do get reparations, who would be taxed. Again, it'll be everybody. It'll just come out of a general fund.
Yeah, it'll be the single payer reparations.
Wait a minute. So it brings up an interesting question. If people do get taxed, and it's like a universal tax to cover the reparations, will the black people getting the reparations have to pay those taxes?
Yeah.
Effectively, yes.
That's
They'll
hilarious.
be taxed on the reparations as well.
Shelly's got a good point. If they don't give it to every black, the rest are gonna riot.
Yeah, it's going to be an internal struggle and fight and an argument almost over who's supposed to get it and who ain't. And then that's when colorism is really going
I didn't even
that's
think about
really going to rear its ugly head.
that. Oh, yeah.
Pyrus asks us, sexiest person to appear on Lords of the Night who isn't you or someone you're related to?
Me?
I gotta go with roaming.
Yeah, probably.
Roaming or Weibo, you pick.
Me.
Yeah, probably Weibo.
Me.
Roaming.
I don't know roaming, and I never really thought she was that good looking. I don't know. She's cute-ish, I guess. I don't know.
Did you guys see Jimmy Dore left TYT?
I'm not surprised.
Oh, he
Me
did.
neither.
Wow. Okay.
I saw somebody talking shit about him on Twitter, and I didn't know why. A lefty talking shit about Jimmy Dore. I'm
Well,
like,
they
what
always talk shit about Jimmy Dore because he supports free speech.
Not the way they were. Yeah, well, it's gotten so much worse since he did that Rogan podcast. And you know what? I do not like Jimmy Dore most of the time. And probably the last 10 minutes of that podcast, I wanted to slap him. But the rest of it, I just wanted to hug him.
Yeah, he's smart.
Like, oh, Jimmy, I love you. I mean, I cannot stress this enough. This is a man who went on there and defended Alex Jones for an hour.
After
He hates
spit in
Alex
his
Jones
face.
so much he spit on him.
Yeah. You gotta hate a motherfucker quite a bit to spit on them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, to me, that's like, short of actually hitting somebody, that's the worst thing you can do physically like that to show that you just despise them.
I'm gonna brag a little bit. He follows me on Twitter.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Well, we know he's a Nazi now.
Cryptic, thank you. It's a great way to gather all black people's DNA.
Oh, Jesus.
There's
That is
actually,
true.
is it Chicago? LA? I can't remember. There's a big city right now that they're collecting. They have so much DNA on file of people who have never done anything wrong that they've collect, whether it was through a search or whatever. And the politicians in that town are like, why do you have all of this? And when are you getting rid of it? Because, yeah, they're just collecting DNA on everyone.
Well,
Maybe
so
they can run
find
it through the
serial
child
killers.
support database.
Now, so they can find serial killers through familial DNA ties.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's breach of privacy. Suicide Grunts of America asks, what are your thoughts on AOC's response to Omar's comments? Oh, God. She's a fucking moron, and it just gets worse every time she speaks. There you go.
Yeah, she just can't help but make herself look bad, it feels like.
Johnny Hellcat, thank you. Spitting or an open-handed slap? Oh, no, spitting is worse. I mean, a slap, yeah, that's like saying you're my bitch, but spitting on somebody, that's like, I despise you.
Yeah.
you
Ryan
spit on
Walter
me.
says, is peeing on someone worse than spitting?
Well,
Probably
you don't-
not. This context.
You don't really get much of a chance to pee on somebody. And usually that's just somebody who's drunk. You're like, God damn it. Damn drunk people. My great-grandfather's in my adoptive family was born a slave, but my natural father is Nigerian. Will I get a check? No, sorry, P-Dog. You're too white, man. You look too honky. Guys, we got 3 minutes left. I'm going to try to bang through some of these real quick. Man, you guys are so...
Yeah, P-Dog, you need a lawyer, dog.
You need a lawyer, dog.
Jenna P says, does that mean I have to play video games? We're doing Monopoly and Risk.
Sinatra, any hold my beer moments?
No. I did all my stupid shit before I started drinking.
There was this day not too long ago when she was like, man, I don't feel good. And Sinatra said, I'm going to take a shower, hold my beer. Anyhow, I had to work hard for that joke.
That was good.
Let's see.
Seemed lazy.
Fuck you. Or blow me. That man, I got a lot of blow me comments yesterday in my Monkey in the Morning. People
Deservedly
enjoyed that
so.
exchange. Sinatra says, let me know. Oh, you already read that one. Hey, can you shield my live stream? I'm going live in 3 minutes, says Chadwick. It's damn it, Chadwick. Damn it, Chadwick. Sure, there you go.
Damn it, Chadwick, I love you.
I thought I could go the whole day without hearing a reference from that movie.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you hear that every day.
And the name of the movie escapes me.
Oh, the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes.
Shio Garath says, what's the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea? I've never had garbanzo beans on my face.
Ah.
That is such a Shio joke. Okay.
That's nasty.
Ryan wants to know, Sinatra, what is your opinion of Downsy eggs?
They all taste the same sunny side up.
Oh,
There you go. With that, guys, I'd like to remind you all to come over and join us on 2 Cents Plus. We'll be playing Borderlands, the enhanced version, in about 15 minutes or so. Don't forget to check out Sinatra. His channel is Sinatra Says. He also has Creepsin, CREEP. That's 2 E's. I kind of said that together. CREEPSIN for his creepypasta. That stuff is actually, I'm not a big creepypasta guy, but I really do enjoy yours.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Plus, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you'll find him with the goose poo. The ghost poo.
goose poo.
Ghost poo, gentlemen, on Bear's channel on Mondays, Drunken Uncles on Wednesdays,
I'm
and
about to
Sinatra's.
just let them know we're now known
goose poo.
as the
Goose poo.
The goose poo. And
Goose
Fridays
poo.
on Sinatra Says, that is at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget to come back here and join us on Monday over on not 2 Cents Plus, Satsu 2 Cents for another Lords of the Night. Thank you so much for your generosity tonight, guys. I love you. Thank you for hanging out. Sinatra, thanks for joining us. Scribe, Satsu, a pleasure as always. Everybody, your lives make us sad, and we'll see you next time.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.